Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you guys are new here. So for today's video, I am so excited because it's another repurchase or trash. We're going to be going over all the makeup that I tried in October, and I'm going to give you guys my final thoughts on these products. You guys want to see what they are, well then definitely keep watching. Alrighty guys, so I have a dilemma. I was pulling out my makeup to talk about this repurchase or trash series, and then my nail popped off. My thumbnail popped off, and I genuinely have no freaking clue where it went. It popped off, and the reason why I'm concerned is that I wore nails last week, like these really pretty Halloween nails, and one of those nails had popped off when I was feeding my dogs, and I, for the life of me, had searched and searched and searched trying to find this damn nail. Well, I'm not kidding. Last Saturday, Corey texted me. He's like, hey, did you wear press-on nails this week? I'm like, yeah, why? He goes, did you lose a nail? I said, yes, I did. I couldn't find it anywhere. Then he sends me a picture of Koa's poop, and there's my bright blue nail with like moons and a witch on it sitting embedded in his poop. And I was like, my baby ate my nail. I feel like such a piece of shit. I feel like such a bad dog mom. My baby ate my nail. Oh, and I don't think he just like ate it. I think what ended up happening is that I think it popped off when I was getting their food. And I think it landed in his food. I didn't see it and he ate it. Oh, I feel so bad. Oh my God, I felt so bad. So I'm kind of concerned because this just popped off and I don't know where it went. And he's here and I'm just like, oh God, I don't want another poop incident where he eats a nail. My poor baby. I can't believe I did this. I'm such a bad dog mom. I feel so bad. So I have a missing nail. I have no idea where it is. Maybe I'll find it. I pray to God I do. Oh. So yeah, I just want to tell you guys that. So welcome back to my repurchase or trash series where I sit here and I talk about all the makeup that I tried in October and give you guys my final thoughts. So we're going to go ahead and dive right in. But with that said, let me just welcome you guys back to another episode of Vlogoween. Okay, so let's get this started. So up first, we do have the Jelly Bear Hydrating Primer from Winky Lux. I tried this a few more times off camera. I am not a fan. I don't know what it is about these particular like jelly products. I just don't really get into them. I know a lot of people out there really do like these. I don't know, like I had a Huda Beauty like glowish one just like this and it's just not for me. I just feel like with my textured skin, my large pores, how I prefer to have my primers, I feel like this just doesn't really do well for my skin type. So unfortunately for me, I would trash this. Next, I did try the Merit. This is like a complexion stick. It's like a mix of like a highlighter. It's like a mix of a foundation and a concealer. Yo, not gonna lie, I originally thought I was gonna hate this. I actually really do enjoy this product. There's something about it that is just really freaking nice. This is actually really freaking nice. It glides on really effortlessly onto the skin. It blends out really nicely. I'm kind of suck at like stick foundations and concealers. I've never been a big fan of them, but this actually worked out really nicely. I've worn it 2 more times off camera, just on my days off, and I just want to quickly apply some makeup. This has been very easy. This is a really quick go-to for me if I just want to have something that makes my skin tone nice and even. Make it look like I put a little bit of effort into my appearance. I'm actually really liking this, so I would 100% repurchase this. Although I did recently discover that apparently Merit is a clean beauty brand, and I guess they don't have preservatives, so their products expire a lot quicker and go mold. So just be careful whenever using anything like from Clean Beauty. But I want to let you guys know I would 100% repurchase this. Then we do have the Naked Quickie. This is up to 24-hour wear multi-use concealer from Urban Decay. I really enjoy this. The only thing I don't like is just how big the physical like applicator is. I'm not the biggest fan of this. This seems like this can be an all-over foundation. It's a concealer, but I could definitely use this to like spot conceal or like do a foundation. I really like the coverage. It does come with a brush, not really for me. It's really big and chunky, so I don't know how often I would travel with this, but I really do like the formula. I've definitely been using this quite often, so I would 100% repurchase this. Then we do have the Milk Makeup. This is the Pore Eclipse Mattifying Primer. Now you guys know how much I love Milk Makeup. I absolutely love Milk Makeup so much, and I was so looking forward to their Pore Eclipsing Primer Powder. But you know what though? I would trash this. And it's so sad because you guys know how much I love Milk Makeup, but I just feel like this doesn't do what I wanted to do. It does go on nicely, but it doesn't have longevity. I do get really oily when wearing this, and I don't really understand why. It's definitely not a go-to primer. It's definitely not a go-to powder for me, unfortunately, and I really wanted to love this because their setting spray and their matte primers are so fantastic for oily skin, but there's something about this that I just really can't get into. I can't fall in love with this the way I have other products, so for me, I trash this. Next, I do have the Nakia Joy Cosmetics. Now, this is their brightening this is their brightening finishing powder, and this is a pink powder, and this goes on super bright. I mean, like super bright, but it is so gorgeous. I would 100% repurchase this. And if you guys do want to pick anything up from Nakia Joy Cosmetics, you guys can use code Allie, which will save you guys 15%, but I would 100% repurchase this. This is so freaking beautiful. It lays on so nicely. It really does help to brighten the under eye. I know you could use this all over the face if you want to. I would not recommend that because it is very brightening, but it really just kind of settles it, but it really just like blurs the under eye, brightens it at the same time. It's a very gorgeous formula. 100% would repurchase this. Then we do have this little Halo Sheer to Stay color tint from Smashbox. This took me by surprise. This went on so lightly. It blended out very effortlessly. It's a very gorgeous color. I got the shade Wisteria. I really like this, and I'm surprised because there's a lot of Smashbox products that I haven't really liked, but this is one of the few that I have, along with that foundation I've really been obsessed with. This is gorgeous. This is gorgeous. This is one of those like cheek tints, lip tint moments, and I don't really like a combo of the two, but I really have enjoyed this product. It lays on really nicely, blends effortlessly, it lasts you all day, doesn't creak, doesn't crease, doesn't crack, doesn't fade away. It's a very gorgeous formula. I'd 100% repurchase this. We do have the two highlighters from What's Up Beauty. These are the Serengeti highlighters right here. These are so pretty. These are absolutely so freaking pretty. I would 100% repurchase these highlighters. If my lights are so bright, it's kind of hard to see. I have to like put them back here. I'd 100% repurchase the highlighters. These are so gorgeous. They lay down so effortlessly. They last you all day. Very, very beautiful. 100% will repurchase. Then I have this Solo Shadow right here from Merit Beauty. And I am not going to lie, I think this is so ugly. I think this is so ugly. It just goes on almost like a concealer on the eye. Doesn't give me much coverage, doesn't really have much color to it. It's Solo Shadow that's like a cream to matte cream to matte, and I hated it. I hated it. I would never use this. Honestly, I would never use this. So I will 100% trash this, especially in real life. I will not keep this. This will be decluttered. It's just not good. I do not like this one bit. So this is 100% trash. We do have the Smashbox. This is the So Fierce Big Bad Lash. You know, I do like this. It is a nice mascara, but after playing with it a few times, doesn't do what I wanted to do. It does not do what I want to do. My lashes do tend to fall. They do lift, but they don't separate in the way I want. I don't have as much volume. They just kind of go more straight up. So for me, it's pretty at first, but my lashes just don't want to work well with it. It just tends to fall over time. So I would, I trash this. Then we have this brand new Florasis palette right here. Oh my god, this is so pretty. This is so pretty. It lays down really beautifully. I feel like the colors in here look more pigmented than what they are. They are like not as pigmented, but they blend out really nicely on top of the lid. It's a really beautiful eyeshadow. I can see myself wearing this every single day, especially if you just want to go for something for more natural. I really have been enjoying playing with this. I really do like their formula. I love the aesthetics. Their palettes are truly so breathtakingly gorgeous. I would 100% repurchase this. Then I have the Nomad Air palette. Now this is part of their like travel collection. While this is a pretty palette, I would trash this. Honestly, this is just not for me. I'm really not gonna get a use out of this like I would other products in my collection. It's just too basic. It's just too basic. Doesn't offer much variety. And you guys know that I do like neutral palettes, but I'm still a color whore and I'll never not be a color whore. So I have to really love a neutral palette to want to keep it. And for me, I just feel like this is just too basic. This is just too basic for me, so I personally would not be buying this, and I would definitely trash this. I do love their formula. They have great formula, but it's just not for me. Next, I have the Alter Ego Mirage palette. Oh my gosh, guys, this is such a gorgeous, gorgeous palette. Yes, I already own this technically with the Huda Beauty Empowered palette, but this is a perfect dupe to it. I love the formula in here. This formula actually offered a little bit more denser colors, a little bit more vibrant colors. Maybe the Huda Beauty is starting to dry out. I don't entirely know, but I love this palette. I would 100% repurchase this palette. I would actually repurchase any palette Alter Ego comes out with because they have such great formula. They are a third of the cost of the original palettes. I absolutely loved playing with this. So this for me is 100% I would repurchase. And if you guys wanted to, you guys can use code Dawson10 to save you guys 10% off. This to me is so well worth this. If you never want to invest in the full site, if you never want to invest in the full price point of a palette, go to Alter Ego. There's a very good chance they will have a dupe for it. I love it. Next, I have all 5 Elemental palettes. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so next I have all 5 palettes of the Elemental palettes. This is from Game Beauty. Oh my god, I loved the eye look that I created when playing with these palettes. They were absolutely gorgeous. I really could not tell you which one's my favorite because it kind of is like a mix of all of them, but I would 100% recommend checking out these palettes. The formula in here is just by far their best formula they have ever rolled out with. I love the aesthetics of this palette. The mattes are super blendable. The shimmers are super creamy. They do have multi-chromes in here. Such a gorgeous, gorgeous palette collection. If you guys want to see the video I did on this, I'll link it down below. I love these palettes. I have definitely gone back to them. They are so beautiful. And I don't just use one. I do mix them all together just because there's something about mixing all the elements together that I'm just like, oh, I get so giddy about. I would 100% repurchase these palettes tenfold. They're so freaking good. And if you guys want it, you guys could use code Allie, save you guys 10% off. But even if I didn't have a code, I'd still be pushing this just because I really do love this brand. I love the formula and I just really love what they did with the Elemental Blast collection. So freaking beautiful. I loved everything about this. Next, we do have the Natasha Denona. Now this is the Zendo palette right here. And I've only played with this once, but I can safely say whether or not I repurchase this. For me personally, I do love the formula in this palette, but I would not repurchase this. I would never trash it. You guys know I would never trash Natasha Denona, but I would never repurchase this again. Personally, I have these shades in other palettes. I have it in like my ColourPop Smoke Shell palette. I have it in my mini Xenon palette. I have it like in other palettes that I don't really need this one. While this is such a fun concept, when I actually started to play with it in person, you realize how similar all the shades actually are. It's kind of hard to tell a difference between them, especially when you're playing them on the eye. Like I did 2 different eye looks. You could not tell I did two different eye looks. Like this pink shade right here, I thought it was gonna be more vibrant pink. It's not. It's like a cool tone silver pink. It's just definitely a disappointing palette. So I would not repurchase this at all. Next up, I do have the Lunar Beauty. This is the Siren Sunset palette. Now again, I've only played this palette one time, but I also know and love Lunar Beauty formula. For me, first off, the outside packaging is absolutely gorgeous. I, at first, was really kind of hesitant about this palette, but honestly, I would repurchase this palette. I still do stand by what I said. I wish this palette just kind of consisted of this right here from here onward. I feel like it'd been a really cool like 10 pan moment for the brand, and I see why they didn't do it, but this right here would have just been everything I need. I don't really need the cool tones. I don't really need like the neutrals in here, but I live for the colors in here. The dual chromes and multi-chromes in this palette is just so creamy and buttery and unbelievably soft. It feels like silk. They blend out so effortlessly. There's not any issues with the mattes. They're beautiful. I really did love playing with this palette, and I'm definitely going to keep playing with it. Plus the outside packaging is just unbelievably gorgeous. So for me, I would 100% repurchase this. Up next, we do have the Glam Light Ghost Face collection. Let's go ahead and go over this really fast, because if you guys did not know, this Tuesday they are launching Nightmare on Elm Street collection. It's gonna be launching at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. It'll be 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You guys can use code Allie to save you guys 15% off. I'm super excited for the Freddy collection, but let's go ahead and go over everything. So up first, we have the 2 Glam Light lip kits right here. Honestly, I was not really the biggest fan of the red. The red kind of like was a little disappointing to me. I do love the formula. I do feel like their pencil lip liners are not my favorite compared to like their cream lip liners, like the way they did with the Hershey Kisses. Oh my god, this was so freaking good. I just feel like I wish they did more of their cream lip liners and they did their actual like pencil lip liners, but the formulas are incredibly nice. I would definitely repurchase these too. I would 100%, I'll never trash it, but I would 100% trash the Glam Light Ghost Face Black Cherry Lip Duo, and the only reason being is that the smell is just way it's too much. It's way too much for me. It's a little nauseating, especially for someone like me who grew up like a sick kid and always had to have like black cherry freaking medicine that my parents grew me up on. It's a very triggering smell for me, so I would trash this. I mean, in reality, I would never trash anything Glam Light, but I definitely would not repurchase this at all. Then we do have the knife liner right here. I can't say anything about this because I don't use liners, so I can't say anything, but I guess I would say I'd not repurchase. Along with the Ghost Face mirror and the Ghost Face palette, I would definitely repurchase both. Very, very beautiful collection. So the only thing I really would not get from this collection if I had paid for it would be the Black Cherry Lip Duo and like the knife liner, because I just don't use those. Then we do have the Friday the 13th collection. I honestly am not gonna lie to you guys, I would repurchase everything in this collection. Even though it was gifted to me, I would repurchase everything in this collection. I love this collection. I think Glamlite did such a beautiful job with this, especially the VHS style palette. Oh my god, it was so freaking gorgeous. I loved everything about this. You guys know how much I love Glamlite. So for me, this is 100% yes, I repurchase. Next, I do have some more products from Nomad. We do have the face cream right here. Honestly, it's not my favorite face cream. I don't really use it as much as I thought I was going to. I do prefer my other face creams over this one. So for me, this would be a trash. But I will say, even though I'm not the biggest fan of the little lip product because the rose smell is a little bit too much for me, I actually really do enjoy this lip balm, so I would 100% repurchase. But then we have this setting spray here. Now this is just more of a face mist. It's like a refresher mist you're supposed to put on. I'm not going to really use this. It doesn't do anything for your makeup, just refreshes the face. I would trash this. Next, we do have the Huda Beauty lip liner. This is so freaking gorgeous. I love the formula. So creamy, so buttery. It just glided on the lip very, very beautifully. I would 100% repurchase this. I was quite impressed by the lip formula. I've been playing with this several times. I love the color. I would repurchase. Then I didn't get to try the whole brand, but Fantasy Cosmetica came out with a palette and lip oils. I haven't had a chance to play with that palette. Just like I had this palette from Wicked Widow Beauty, I haven't had a chance to play with that either. So I'm excited to play with those coming up. Even though we're kind of going out of the Halloween theme, I'm still excited to try them out. But I did get a chance to try one of the lip oils, and I was actually really impressed with how gorgeous this lip oil was. It felt amazing on the lips. It's a gorgeous color. I really do love everything Fantasy Cosmetica, because I really do love anything Fantasy Cosmetica comes out with. They're just so freaking gorgeous. They have such great formula, gorgeous products. I love the brand. So I would 100% repurchase this. And if you do want to pick anything up from this brand, you guys can use my code, which will save you guys 10% off. But yeah, guys, I realized I didn't try as much this month as I normally do, or try to, just because this month has just been a little chaotic for me. I definitely kind of slowed down my purchases just a tad because I am kind of overwhelmed with all the new makeup releases that's happening right now. So I definitely kind of slowed down, but I'm excited to get some more things to try for you guys, let you guys know my thoughts on them. But yeah, we definitely have more keep than we had declutter. We definitely have more keep than we had trash, but I just love doing this series. It's always so fun to kind of give you guys my final opinions of the products at the end of the month. But that is everything that we have for my repurchase or trash series. Let me know down below, was there anything I talked about that you guys would keep or you guys would declutter? I know this is definitely a shorter video. I didn't get a chance to try as much this month as I wanted to, but I still wanted to do the video. So with that said, guys, that is it for today's video, guys. If you guys like this video, please make sure you guys give this video a cheeky thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already, because I do post almost every day in the month of Vlogoween. Make sure you guys head over to my other channel. It's R for Life, where you guys get to see my cool, wonderful adventures, my amazing husband, Corey. And as always, the biggest thank you goes to these beautiful, wonderful Patreon members you guys see right here. Thank you guys so much for everything. And to my subscribers and viewers, thank you guys so much for being here. Whether you guys like this video, you guys thumbs down this video, you guys subscribed, you guys did not subscribe, either way, thank you guys so much for being here. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. So with that said, guys, I love you, and I'll see you guys in my very next video.